Good evening, everybody, and welcome back once again to Maximus the Fourth. What I have here are two containers of cherry cola. To your guys' left is an old school cherry cola slice, and to your guys' right is a modern day cherry cola soda that was put out by Olipop. The title of today's video is going to be what would happen if you drank an old school cherry cola slice next to a modern day cherry cola Olipop. Now, this might be quite a little bit more of an unconventional pitch, but given the fact that these look so unbelievably close as far as the artwork is concerned, it doesn't leave me with very much of a doubt in my mind that Olipop might have possibly picked up some ideas from Pepsi off of their original design of Cherry Cola Slice. Now, a lot of you might already know about Cherry Cola Slice because I've put out so many videos about it on my channel, but to give you a refresher, Cherry Cola Slice was first introduced in 1986 and discontinued in 1988. No specific date that it disappeared off of all store shelves. There were still some places that were producing it even in 1993. Given that fact, Cherry Cola Slice was the very first cherry cola ever to be put out in the States by Pepsi. Now, if you go back 1 year to 1985, the very first cherry cola soda to ever be put out by Pepsi in the world was a little drink called Cherry Pepsi in Ontario, Canada. Now, going back to Cherry Cola Slice, after it was discontinued in 1988, it was replaced with a little drink called Wild Cherry Pepsi. That was the original Wild Cherry Pepsi, and that one lasted all the way up until 2005, and then Wild Cherry Pepsi was renamed and reformulated into Pepsi Wild Cherry. And I know the differences between those two Wild Cherry Pepsis was that the original Wild Cherry Pepsi had more caffeine in it, and it either had less phosphoric or citric acid in it than the new one does. And by using those two little caffeine, phosphoric / citric acid, that was their way of making it taste pretty radically different. And if you take a look at Olipop, it is a brand of soda that is a new kind of soda, as it says on the tagline. It contains prebiotic, botanicals, plant fiber, and it is a very healthy alternative. Now, Olipop, it first dropped around 2021, where they were first coming out with new flavors. Could have even been 2022, but I'm pretty sure around 2021, 2022 is when Olipop was first being produced. And in the beginning of Olipop's life, there were drinks like root beer, cream soda, I want to say grape, possibly. But as time has gone on, I've noticed that Olipop has been slowly leaking more and more flavors like lemon lime, Summit Ridge, and now even cherry cola. And my wife is the one who found out about this, and it's just blown my mind. And now that I've given you guys pretty much history lessons on both of these, something I forgot to say is that I will be opening both of these. And this is a bottle that's already been opened of Cherry Cola Slice, but this is definitely still the original contents of it, so there's no cheating here. We're going to dump them in the shot glass, do a taste test comparison. I'm going to let you guys know exactly what I think about it, but before I do that, we're going to scan the artwork on these two and just kind of talk about the similarities and the differences, but what's really led to why this video even exists today. So let's get into it. So if you take a look at Cherry Cola Slice, you will notice that it is obviously red. It's got white letters for Cherry Cola. It's got blue letters for Slice, but the fact that it's got red as pretty much the base color around the whole thing, it blows me away to think that Olipop has a very similar color pattern with red being around all the way. Now, the Cherry Cola red design is a little bit more of a faint red, whereas the Cherry Cola Slice red is a lot more of a blood red. Now, if you take a look at the cherry on the Cherry Cola Slice and the cherries on the Cherry Cola Olipop, you'll notice that the original old school Cherry Cola Slice has got a cherry that's not as defined. It's a lot more of like a stick figure type of a illustration, but it has two stems coming off the top of it. And then you notice that the Cherry Cola Olipop has two cherries, and it has one stem on each cherry that are connecting perfectly. And I don't know. It just, look how similar that looks. It seems to be like they flip-flopped the design from Cherry Cola Slice to Olipop Cherry Cola, where instead of there being one cherry and two stems, there are two cherries with one separate stem for each cherry that are fused together to create one. Notice that there is one leaf going off of the stems, whereas there are two leaves going off of the top of the stem of the Cherry Cola Slice. And there's really no need to do an ingredient scan because these are so different, but make no mistake about it, I don't know if there's anyone out there that's done speculation on the art design and Olipop possibly getting ideas from Pepsi with Cherry Cola Slice design, but this is absolute complete gold for my channel. And as you guys already know, Cherry Cola Slice, because it only technically had a official 2-year lifespan, it is one of the most rare collectible Pepsi items in the States to this very day. Now that I have finished really scanning the differences of the artwork and the similarities, it is time to pour some contents of both of these masterfully legendary drinks, and we're going to take a look at them side by side in the shot glasses. Starting first with Cherry Cola Slice. Whoa. God, my gosh. And trust me, that is definitely original liquid. I would not cheat you guys here at Maximus the Fourth. Absolutely not faked here. Now, let's go ahead and scan these. Now, if you do take a look at the liquids, you will notice that they do have very similar color. However, the Cherry Cola Slice has a much more of a thicker, super impenetrable sheen, like whatever look to it. And the Cherry Cola Slice, Cherry Cola Olipop red, a lot more of a light, still dark red, but this is more of like a black red. And you can see there's clearly some fizz that's in the Olipop Cherry Cola. And in the original Cherry Cola Slice, I don't know if you can see that, but there are still very little bubbles that are in there. And yeah, this is quite the speculation here. I was excited when my wife found this, and I don't know what else to say. Let's just do a taste test comparison now and see what we can find out here. Starting first with the Cherry Cola Slice from 1986. Oh man, it's got a super refreshing taste, given the fact that it is as old as it is. Nothing wrong with it, other than how old. Definitely very fruity. In some of the ingredients, it does say blended concentrate fruit juices, apple, white grape, cherry, and I can definitely taste that. So now let's go ahead and try the Cherry Cola Olipop. Such a crisp taste on that Cherry Cola Olipop. A lot of these Olipops that you get your hands on, they kind of have a little bit of a weird fermented, uh, cringy taste to them. They're still very good, but this one is one of the best ones that I've seen yet, and it's got overall good flavor. Definitely tastes a lot different than the Cherry Cola Slice because it's definitely not that. But I would definitely argue that this very well could be the absolute closest and most epic thing to Cherry Cola Slice from the 80s. Give this a try sometime. I would definitely label this as the modern day Cherry Cola Slice, but it's Olipop. There you guys have it. What would happen if you drank an old school Cherry Cola Slice next to a modern day Cherry Cola Olipop? That's what happens. Let me know what you guys think about this little speculation. I'm very curious to get some thoughts on your guys' little minds, especially DJ Glowing Ice, a massive digger in his own mind. There you guys have it. Cherry Cola Slice and Olipop Cherry Cola. Make sure you check the description down below where there's going to be 3 videos that I'm trying to promote to 1,000 views. If you're new to this channel and you're really bored and need something else to do, I will leave those. There's also going to be links to help support this channel and for all other extras. It's all listed down in the description below. Maximus the Fourth here, as always. I thank you guys for watching and have yourselves a very awesome Cherry Cola day. God bless you.